Hello everybody, Wallaby Mages back once again. Hopefully the sound works for this the third time I've tried to record this, but no guarantees. Thank you for joining us for this exciting edition of Dungeons and Marsupials. A special thanks to you, the viewer, and to Mike Robb for joining us for this very special adventure. And of course a very special thanks to the Wallaby Mages team for making this possible at all in the first place. As I said, this is Walter, Chief Editor of the Wallaby Mages. I'm just like to thank you for joining us, and apologize ahead of time for any potential sound bugs that might be going on. I'm still trying to work the sound to make it nice. It's okay, passable, I personally say, but I would like for it to be much better. I know I'm not doing what I usually do. Usually, I just realize I'm zoomed out of the table, whereas usually I'm like zoomed in. This Naga dude, this bone Naga with a usually with something cheeky like a dragon hiding behind a chicken coop, hiding in the background. But this is the exception. I understand also that I've only done one of these in the past. Who knows? Maybe Bone Naga isn't here to like to think he is. Anyway, we're getting started now. And sorry for wasting a whole big fucking chunk of your time. I knew you were going to do that, so I waited till after you did. Okay, the fact that I anticipated that is
Did you anticipate me saying penis though?
I did. I anticipated it the second time. I'm not really upset about.
Should know better.
I'm not really upset by phallic language though.
Phallic penis. Bitopia. Mount Celestia, Elysium, Beastlands, Arborea, Ysgard, Nimba, Pandemonium, Abyss.
What are you doing?
Cesare, Greyway.
Okay.
Why are you summoning direwolves?
Bator.
You'll see.
Fighting direwolves.
Radia.
Well, they're not direwolves, but
wait, direwolves.
Direwolves are a little bit tough, but they were the first wolf type of thing I could find, so...
Where are the woofus?
Look at the fucking table, dude. Okay, in the last episode, y'all joined forces with a random bounty hunter to hunt down your quarry, to track down your quarry at a disused, abandoned mill.
Not how they would be organized.
Somewhere in the heart of the haunted forest. Okay, quit messing with my wolves, please.
They need to be properly spaced out how a wolf pack would be.
Okay, do that. But I'm gonna narrate for a second, so I need you to shut up. Okay. Once you got to the abandoned mill, you found all the bandits that you were after were already dead. Most of them just torn up. There were a couple of dead wolves in the room. And one dude, like, the head of his staff exploded and burnt him up. There's also a hole in the floor, and there were rooms with some treasure and just gunk down in the bottom. Y'all haven't explored the attic yet. Aside from that, you're in a mill in the haunted woods. When I think it was and Liam Korn, or what did I call him? Liam Cord, I think is what his name was.
It's Liam Neeson.
It was not Liam Neeson.
It might have been Liam Neeson.
It was not Liam Neeson.
It was not Neeson. I remember his name being Korn or Cord.
That's what his name says.
And
probably because you put it as that.
And okay, I think it was him and Aravel. Right name for you, Mike?
Hi.
Yes,
That's
I
me.
got it right. I got it right the first time this time. Okay. But y'all, I think you and him heard the sound of distant wolves
I heard the
approaching.
wolves as well.
Okay,
I
dude.
remember that.
You heard the bells on Christmas Day. We get it. And I think Dad Frank was just climbing
I'm
up
your
the
Santa
pit
Claus.
to join you guys. So y'all have climbed out of the smuggler's pit, and y'all are in. Y'all draw a little circle. There you go. That's the space that you're in. There's like a hearth here. I think it was still burning a little bit. You know? There's the ladder. Here's where the dead dude was. With the staff. And there are other dead dudes about, but they don't really matter that much. Here's the front door. Window. Window. There you go. There's the format for your room, guys, so that there's no confusion. Alright. So you guys put your ears to the door just to listen to what's going on outside. And
The door's not there, though.
yeah, it got broken, I know. But you put your head, like, out the window or out the door or some shit to hear if there is shit going on outside. And, you hear the sound distantly of what sounds like a pack of wolves running around. They're not howling or yipping too much right now, but, you know, based on your experience, Aravel, it sounds like a pack of wolves somewhere out there. A large
Delicious.
one. A large one.
Delicious.
Okay. Let's get rid of all these
You
fucking trees.
You said there's an attic?
Please no more delicious.
There is an
I'm
upper floor.
spiritually uncomfortable with that because my coworker's a shitfuck.
Okay.
You said there's an attic or an upper floor?
There is an upper floor. Above you is a stone reinforced type of ceiling, and there's some stairs in the back that go up. The roof of the any floors in the roof of the floor above you collapsed long ago. But the stairs aren't blocked up. They go up.
Okay. Is Val still struggling downstairs, or is he on the main floor with us?
He's I forget exactly where we left him off, but he was pretty much on his way up. There was nothing between him and on his way up that could stop him, unless he were just to throw himself into the abyss. So he's climbing out right now. Yeah.
Alright. I yell, everyone, there's wolves incoming, get to the attic so we can hold them off. And then start moving that way.
Okay. Liam Cord positions himself, Liam Cord goes to a nearby table with food on it, which I guess I didn't really put in a room, but he grabs the table with the food on it, and he drags it, he flips it over and starts pushing it towards the door. It's a thick table, so it's taking him some time to do it. Okay, Mike, as he's doing this, you're heading upstairs to try and get advantage. You walk up,
I'll be following with Arabelle.
Yeah. In the wreckage at the top, there's sort of like a canvas making a little, sort of sleeping area with a couple of small bunks on it. And there is an iron chest, sort of an iron lockbox on one end of the room. Aside from that, about half of the space on one side, the wreckage has fallen low enough that you can sort of peer over it and fire arrows or throw shit. So it's like, here. We'll
Does the floor look stable, or is this going to be another?
Yeah, the floor is stable.
Adventure?
The floor is some solid stone shit.
Yeah, I move over to the low rubble and ready my bow.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like a delicious pie chart, but don't try and take a bite. Okay, so this is where you'd be able to take vantage. It's about there. The door is down here. Beneath you is a low wall and a minefield. Okay, but the minefield is about half spent. Only going to get a handful of the wolves at most. Alright. Okay, so Val, as you climb off of the ladder, you see Sean and why is there an imp?
That's
Why is he literally like the imp? Okay, well he's over here trying to push a really heavy table into the way. He's a pretty tough dude, but it's a thick ass table. You two are positioning yourselves up sort of in a defensive way.
Man, you can see underneath his head.
It's just whatever I grabbed out of the bag first.
So Dad Frank, what are you about? You just claimed up. You saw those guys rushing up the steps, and you see this guy doing a thing.
I see him booking it up the stairs. I follow.
Okay, you go up the stairs, and as you get toward the top of the stairs, you hear Liam say, "Fucking lizard," and just sort of like leave the heavy ass table and just sort of rush for the stairs as well.
Well, hey, he didn't ask. Hey, give me a hand.
Fucking lizard.
So you climb the narrow staircase and up onto the roof. I narrated.
Go back to work at Santa's shop.
Okay, he rolls his eyes and braces himself. He looks around the upper staircase, flips over one of the cots, and sort of like moves it. It's a lot lighter than the table was in front of the staircase to sort of try and keep the wolves from coming nearly as hot and heavy on him, and braces himself with his axes. The moment passes and the wolves emerge from the woods and begin to surround the inn. There must be at least 100 of them. Like there are just loads of them, man.
There we go.
You're surrounded by oods, more than you could possibly fight. A bunch of them kill themselves on the landmines. You just go poof, you know. But there's so many that it doesn't matter. As they come into,
we could get to the roof from where we are.
You basically are on the roof. The upper floors beneath you have all collapsed. The only thing above you is sort of a canvas that's rigged over, like, I want to say between half and like a third, just to cover up some cots. So if you look up where
are the walls stable?
The walls around you are stable.
Could we possibly climb them?
You could hop on top of you could hop on top of some of the wall. It'd be I think that'd be an athletics or an acrobatics check, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm never sure which one.
I'm gonna start climbing a wall to try to get far enough away from the wolves that they can't murder me.
Alright, Sean, as he does that and the wolves begin to move into a more lit space, you know, it's dark and there's like they got that whole full moon night sky thing going on. You see that these are no regular wolves. You know, from a distance in the darkness of the forest, they could be mistaken for such. But these wolves are twisted and crippled and changed. They're gross. They're freaky.
Are they zombie dogs?
Nope.
Oh, all right.
They do not appear to be undead. I'm assuming I'm assuming you're standing by, Sean, looking down at them. All right.
Is there some kind of perception check I can do to try and think more through this and think what the fuck they are?
Nah. Not really. They just look like messed up wolves.
Okay.
Okay. So they circle the compound, seemingly clearing the minefield with their bodies, sacrificing their brethren to clear it, and then get to work attempting to get through the wall. The wall isn't very tall. A few of them clamber over it desperately. A few others are ramming themselves against the door repetitively, some of the larger ones. And, but to very little avail. It seems it'll hold them for a short period of time. The gate beneath you has mysteriously closed once again, as though by magic. The gate that you, climbed over to get through. Liam looks over his shoulder and asks, how long do you think we can hold them off before they get to the they get through the gate? Sorry, my brain is still formulating his accent in my head. I know it's a really easy one, but
okay,
so you sort of ask
turn to him and say not long enough, but we'll have to figure something out.
He asks, don't any of you... okay, he gets angry at this and responds... Sorry, not enough shit in my throat right now.
Well, don't eat...
Don't some of you fucking elves, don't any of you fucking elves have range on these things?
I have like 20 arrows. I can't kill hundreds of wolves, and there's obviously something wrong with them. Are the rest of you able to climb up these walls? Wolves are notoriously not good at climbing. If we get high enough, we should be safe from them.
Of course. My girlfriend is trying to video chat me.
Tell her bros before hoes.
Well, except for we haven't been able to video chat in a while, and I told her earlier I would.
Okay, well, if you need to cut out for a second, then fucking cut out. Now's a good time.
How do I mute myself?
Just leave the call and come back.
Okay.
Bye, Sean. We'll see you in a little bit when you're done talking to your girlfriend. Alright. Okay. So Val, are you headed up onto the rock?
I ran up the stairs. What rocks are scalable? Unintended.
So there's a thick wall that Mike Robb is standing on. I'm assuming you're past your acrobatics check.
She's a tiny elf though, so I'm a huge fuck off lizard.
I mean, do you still want to
make it easier?
Do you still want to try acrobatics?
I got a bonus to athletics, so maybe.
You want to just try and jump up there and grab it by the edge?
Sure.
I'll let you do that. For an athletics, do it. It's a big old leap.
I got a 10. Plus, whatever.
Alright, you get like most of the way up there and nearly miss, but you sort of like get like the next slot down, like the first crevasse in the wall you manage to grab hold on. So you're hanging there.
Strength, by the way.
I know.
Not a dex.
Yeah, but you jumped. The jump was what we were rolling for.
Okay. Well, I mean, plus forward if it's a strength bonus, right?
+4. Yeah. So you're hanging there by your fingers, and are gonna need help up if you want to get the rest of the way up. Liam
start trying to offer a hand.
Okay. Liam is just sort of looking at you guys and shaking his head. He's not very pleased. Alright, so you help Dad Frank up. It's a little bit of a struggle. It takes some time. And as you come over, you sort of pull him over just in time for Dad Frank to sort of see over the edge and see the wolves have battered down the gate with the mass of their bodies. They rush into the hillside around the mill proper and sort of formulate around it. They've stopped running in circles and rushing and scrambling, and they've sort of just staring. After a few moments of them silently staring goes by, a particularly big and hideous, discolored one steps out from the forest, sort of amidst their ranks, and lets out a blood-curdling howl. The howl is not a natural howl. It's sort of a twisted, screeching, otherworldly sound. The pack follows in howling in a similar fashion. Sort of got that whole...
What's the range to the big one?
The big one?
Yeah, how far away is it?
Currently it is Sorry, I'm doing some quick maths. 3-click maths. It's outside the wall, in a press. Yeah, you can shoot it.
Okay. With disadvantage or regular? Further than 150 feet is disadvantage.
I'd say he's just within 150 feet, so I'd say, yeah, you could probably hit his ass.
Yeah, I start shooting the wolf.
Shoot,
Alright,
Polo.
as you go to do this, because they're in the middle of, like, howling, the entire spread of them has begun to let out this hideous howl. It pierces your ears and your mind, seeping into the essence of your very soul. The drow, Illyria, is directly affected by this, and falls to the floor, just sort of fetal position type. So what we're gonna roll is, hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm remembering this correctly.
I got a 26.
We're gonna roll a wisdom.
Damage.
Yeah, I'll let you take your roll in a second, but.
Alright, wisdom?
Yeah, so it's a wisdom saving throw.
I pegged her in the head.
21.
Okay, so you steal. You got a 12.
You say wisdom?
Yeah.
+2. No, that's
okay.
Yeah, +2.
All right. So
Can't believe I skipped off her fucking head.
yeah. Val's nerves are shattered, and visions of the insanity that he saw, the insanity that he experienced when he read from the book of, what's his name? The book of the Archmage back in the Blue Castle. You're unnerved, but not broken. Mike, you steel your mind and resist the effects. Where's it? Oh, there was a die right there. Let me find it. It's a D20. It looks like one. Let me roll one for Cord, just to be fair. He's gonna get a 1. Oh boy. Cord falls into a fit of madness. He begins lashing out at anything near him. Basically, the big pile of cots right behind him. He sort of starts smashing shit. Rolling around as though he were blind, basically, just, rushing around, attacking invisible enemies. So that's an issue. So, Mike, roll for your attack on this wolf, please. I think
okay.
you already did, right?
I already rolled, but if you'd like, I can roll again. The previous one was like 27, so 26.
All right, so you rolled a 20. You rolled deeps with that as well.
And that was 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, hold on. I have the number for this dude up on the internet right now. Let me quickly... Okay.
And then, as our companion starts freaking out, I yell for Val. What was his name? Val, calm down Liam Neeson for me.
Alright.
Okay. Alright,
Go over to Liam and slap him in the face.
You strike...
Keep it together, woman.
Okay, so you leap off of the high wall. Roll an acrobatics check. Alright, you land clumsily, falling over and striking it's falling forward and striking the pole that's holding up the canvas that covers about half of the room, the part that Liam is in. On a plus side, the canvas that falls on him seems to have immobilized him for the moment. On the downside, it is unlikely that this has successfully calmed him down. Illyria continues to sob and weep in the corner. Mike, the wolves have... A squadron of the wolves, a small group of the wolves, has moved forward and entered and is sort of sniffing around the door and enters cautiously into the mill beneath you. So they're down on the lower floor.
I shoot the big one again and yell, "Never mind, get everyone up here."
Alright.
Bundled in the tarp, I'm just gonna
You're not
wrap him up tight and then throw him over my shoulder while he's twitching around.
There's a lot of tarp for that, just saying, and I'm not sure he would consent to you wrapping him.
Do you remember how strong I am?
Alright. Roll an athletics check. You rip the tarp from its moorings and wrap him up in it.
19.
Alright, I'm going to say you got that. Alright, so you have this huge canvas. You rip it from its moorings and use it as sort of a burrito to make a Liam cord burrito. He's struggling from the inside, but there's not a lot he can do with the immense weight of the stuff and the tangle of cots that's around him. Okay, as you do this, Mike, what did you roll?
That was a 8 plus 7, 15 to hit.
Alright, let me make sure you hit him real quick.
Have the wolves breached the door yet?
They are currently downstairs. They're actually currently running up the stairs while you're fucking around with Liam Cord.
Alright, I'm gonna place a cloud of daggers at the head of the stairs.
Alright. They begin scrambling over the cot. The first one begins scrambling over the cot that what's his name? Liam Cord tilted sort of in the way of the staircase. Mike, you hit the wolf. You hit the big wolf. What did you roll for deeps?
13.
13. Okay. I'd say roll initiative, but everyone seems to be doing a different fucking thing right now. Wait, what did you say the number was again? I'm sorry, I forgot seconds after you told me.
15.
13. Oh wait. Who were you talking to?
You hit for 13 deeps. Okay.
I thought you said 15.
Oh, yeah, only 13.
Yeah, only 13. That's not a bad deep, though. Sorry, I'm doing math. Quick maths are hard, man.
Why you guys stay in school?
Yeah, why ever did I drop out? Alright. So, the wolf is visibly shaken by this. Okay, so Dad Frank, you cast daggers. There's no roll for that. What kind of damage effect does that have again? I forget off the top of my head. The book isn't open.
Creature takes 4d4 slashing.
All right. So the first creature out of the opening into the staircase sort of shambles directly into that wall of daggers, that whirling mass of daggers, and gets McShredded. Let me make sure that a wolf can't survive that, because I'm pretty sure they're too weak to a regular wolf, that is. A load! Freaking page! Oh yeah, he's ground meat. So he turns into you turn him into Sloppy Joes with that spell. The wolves behind him get smart and clamber up the open space that is not covered by the cloak of daggers.
It's the head of the stairs. There's literally no other way they can get in the room.
It's only a 5-foot radius.
Well, you're talking about okay, so the staircase is not like a winding stair. It goes along the wall of the building, right? So
okay, they're gonna climb the wall.
They could like jump out. They don't have to go from the very head of the staircase. They could leap off a little bit before and clamber out that way. They have the ability. They have the ability to several of them clambered over the wall on the outside already. They have the ability to clamber and jump and leap and do shit that dogs do, Dad Frank. Okay.
Dogs don't fucking run from a cloud of daggers that they don't know what it is.
It's not hard to know what a cloud of daggers is. They're fairly obvious.
These are wolves, but their minds are not the minds of wolves. They have become something more, something terrible.
Fucking magic.
Yeah.
I call them mange puppies.
Who'd have thought magic dogs in the fucking
mange
D&D
puppies.
magic in the D&D universe? Who'd have fucking thought it? Okay, so
is Illyria up on top of the wall yet?
Illyria is crying into her knees right now. Currently, there are a couple of wolves, pretty much between Dad Frank and her.
Should we be rolling initiative yet, or are we still doing this freeform?
You want to roll initiative and go down and join the fray, or? I mean,
oh, that's awesome.
As far as I'm concerned, there are currently two of you doing stuff. Like you're upstairs, and pretty much it's just you, Dad Frank, you, Dad Frank. Like Dad Frank just did some stuff. You're up next. If you want to dive down into the fray, I'm going to go ahead and say we just keep up the way we've been going. You, Dad Frank, for right now.
Alright, but seriously, look at Liam. He's hovering on me. That's fucking awesome.
That is quite something.
Oh.
What I'm trying to say, Mike Rob, is that you basically took the initiative, so I'm going to go ahead and say you have the initiative. Because you were the one who hopped up on the wall and did something first while he was still messing around.
But the rest of the group wasn't able to follow me, so I'm going to... Yeah. How wide is the... Oh, how many wolves are in the room already? Okay, so two of them are already up on the platform. Already up on the floor that you're on. You can visibly see two more sort of eyeing up the jump, getting ready to clamber over. And there's a pile of sloppy joes on a cot. And other than that... Okay. So I'm going to drop my bow, draw my sword, and off the wall and move over towards the two wolves, trying to position myself to block as much entrance to the room as possible. And I'm gonna smack one of them, assuming I have actions left. So are you leaping? So you're leaping down onto the main floor to attack the two wolves that are already here? Onto the upper floor where the wolves are, right? Yeah. So I'm sorry, I only made a small one. I don't know why I assumed you guys wouldn't go up here, but that's fine. It was a really fucking good idea. Are the wolves on the upper floor already, or are they still just on the lower floor? There are two on the upper floor. There are two that are on the staircase. Yeah. So basically, if you look at my little sketch I have to the north... I move over to the two who are on the upper floor. Yeah, a couple are down here, and two are like here. Dad Frank is over here. You're up here and can leap down. Illyria is like here. Sorry, here. So they're basically, the wolves are like here-ish is where they're moving into. Okay, so you leap down upon them. Sorry. That is 14 to hit. Okay, 14 to hit. That hits them, yeah. There's no way more than... And okay. 10 damage. 10 damage. Alright, are you attacking them both, or are you just attacking the one? I can only attack one, so that's I figured. I was just making sure that there wasn't some sort of thing. 10 damage? Yep. Okay. So you attack one wolf. As you land, you shear for his head. He dodges to the side, and you take off one of his limbs instead. He's virtually incapacitated and rapidly bleeding out. Aw, poor wolf. Mange puppy.
Poor puppy. Magic puppy. Sad magic now. Puppy sad. Alright, I'm gonna firebolt the other one that survived.
Okay.
Put it down like old Yeller.
Alright, what's the deeps on fireball, my man?
1d10.
Firebolt. Alright, do it.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay. You don't roll for armor for that, right? That's
Yeah, it's just
I
fire.
think so. Yeah. Alright, you hit the wolf. searing it deeply. You sort of hit it head on, blinding it, and effectively, scorching it till it's nearly incapacitated. But it's still going. It's still hanging in there by a thread. As you do this, Mike, you are clawed at by a wolf as it clambers over the side of the staircase. So he clambers up, and he's sort of like mostly over, and he's swiping at your ankles, basically.
Rude. Quick note: Firebolt does actually require an attack roll.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a cantrip though.
Almost every spell requires either an attack roll or a save. Spells that can just straight up do damage are very rare.
Oh. Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know why I thought Fireball didn't.
15?
Yeah, you hit his ass. With 15, yeah. It took 15 to hit the big one, and I'm not going to have the little ones be harder to hit. That would not be fair. That would be unfair of me. Okay. Yeah, you hit his ass.
Unfair that they fucking jump up a flight of stairs that has a wall next to it.
Mange puppies.
There's a door.
Did that kill his?
No. He's still what's it called? He is still alive.
Okay.
Yeah,
so yeah, I'm gonna. Was it my turn again there?
You were being attacked by a wolf. Hold on, I need to roll his attack roll, don't I? Sorry. Airheading it. In my head, it's like, oh yeah, it just happens, and it's like, no, that's right, I need to roll a thing. Let me make sure I have the right amount of D for their attack. Hold up this page, but I can't find the freaking hit dice for it.
The hit dice?
Yeah,
you mean the damage code?
Yeah, it's deeps, yeah.
So roll it first, because it probably won't hit me.
Yeah, might as well. I'll just make something up. Nobody cares.
7.
Yeah, that don't hit you for shit. You dance out of the way.
It'll be listed as attack, something like bite or maul or something.
Oh yeah,
and
okay.
It'll say melee weapon attack plus whatever to hit, and then some amount of damage in parentheses.
Okay, I gotcha. Thank you. I was confused by that. I've seen a few formats for monsters that they're like parentheses. Here's the stuff, with a plus. This one has like a little paragraph there to describe all that shit. That's what threw me off there. I was like, okay. Yeah, but you don't hit you for shit. Even with advantage. He's got fucking nothing on you. Alright. The other one clambers up and sort of gets over off to the side of you. And that makes it... Dad Frank, it's your... No, you threw a fireball, so it's Mike Rob's turn.
So, did you say there were 2 near me? There was another one that just climbed up?
There are wounded ones near you. The one that swiped at you that you dodged fell back down, and the other one managed to clamber over, and it's sort of just like... It's sort of close to Dad Frank, not you. That's what I'm saying. It's closer to Dad Frank. It's going for his ass.
Okay, so
next
is there
to
one
you,
immediately adjacent to me?
Immediately adjacent to you are 2 excessively wounded ones.
Okay, I go to murder one of the excessively wounded ones, sobbing slightly as I do so. Oh, that's only an 11 to hit.
Yeah, for the normies. Okay, it really doesn't matter what kind of damage you roll, because you kill its ass.
11 hits.
For a wolf, it should. Let me make sure.
Alright, so yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, you hit it. Sure, why not?
And then, so to make sure I have the mental model correctly, we've got the staircase leading up, and part of the staircase is blocked by the cloud of daggers, but not all of it.
Okay, here, let me resketch this on a larger scale, because I didn't... Like I said. Okay. You're up here.
I can't read your sketches.
Okay. Hold on.
Scribblings of a madman. I assume that's cloud of daggers.
That's the cloud of daggers. This is the opening of the staircase. You're here. Dad Frank is here. O'Leary is here. So they're clambering up here, where I'm like squiggling right now.
Okay. I move over to where they're clambering up, taking attacks of opportunity if needed, and ready to defend, to physically block them from entering the more vulnerable part of the room.
Alright. Dad Frank, I think you're up.
I still got the Liam burrito on my shoulder, right?
Yep, and there's a wolf right in front of you getting ready to pounce on you. He wants that burrito.
I'm gonna swing that burrito.
Hit him. Oh my god. Don't do that. That kills people.
Nope, you've already done it.
Liam's still struggling around, so this might make him go quiet for a bit.
Oh. Okay,
yeah,
so
if he's not being helpful, he's being hurtful. And I am going to hurt him a lot.
All right, roll the strength check.
What is that? A 9 plus 4, so 13.
Okay. You're pretty fucking strong. All right, so you pull that shit off. You swing in a fine arc and you strike the wolf. Roll the armor thing and roll 2d5s, I guess.
What is the armor thing?
Roll the attack roll. I'm sorry, in my head it's labeled armor thing. That's how I remember it.
Using a person as a weapon is 2d5.
Am I remembering? In my mind, the guy he's 19. Got the guy he has bundled up fights with 2 axes, and an axe is a d5, right?
Okay, I'm with you so far.
Okay, where's the d5?
So what I'm hearing is that when you hit someone with a person, it does 2d5 damage.
Well, if they fight with 2 axes.
Should I just roll a 10? Should I just roll 1d10? Or, like, there's no
10 is
5s?
Yeah, wait, sorry, 2d5 is not a... What am I talking about?
Why in my head is there a d5? Okay,
2d6?
Roll 2d6. I'm sorry.
Okay,
that's what I thought.
I don't know why in my head I thought 2d5s could exist.
Can I?
I mean, they could. It's a very odd
you
thing.
just roll a d6 and...
5 and a 3, 8.
Okay.
Does he get to add his strength bonus as well?
Fuck yeah! He's swinging. He's swinging around. He's just swinging around a dude. I'll factor in that strength bonus.
All right, so +4.
All right, so that's 8 plus 4.
Yes, 12.
Okay. As you sort of take him by the ankles while he's in this burrito and swing this canvased mass at him.
Yeah.
You hear him utter a singular curse. Half a second before you collide, with the wolf.
Is the wolf cursing?
The wolf
or
is
Liam?
bad at Liam. Liam's the one who has a throat that can make curse words, dude.
I don't know. These are magic wolves. I mean, they can make curse words.
You bat the wolf, and it yelps. It yelps. And sort of as you hit it with such force that it flies off the ground, smacks against the wall. You hear a sickening snap. As its head sort of goes head first into the wall.
Liam's head.
Alright. Mike, behind you, the blind wolf is sort of fumbling around, trying to find something that it can sink its teeth into. Beneath you, there are 2 remaining wolves. One preparing to pounce up at you and sort of snap at your ankles. The other one sort of waiting to reinforce it as soon as it has the opportune moment to get up there. Yeah. Outside of the mill is sort of a cacophonous of growls and sort of half howls, but they're not letting out a maddening cacophony that they were before. In your mind, it's almost like they're cheering on their brethren from outside as they sort of mass around with anticipation.
Is it my
turn? Yeah,
you're
up. I'm sorry. I was talking too much. I know. I'm trying to fix it. I promise it'll get better one day. It won't get better.
All right. Yeah. Are the wolves below me?
One of them's about to be. So yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
If they're not within reach, I can switch to a whip.
Physically, one of them is not within reach unless you use a whip. The other one is about to leap at you, which basically leaves it exposed to you hitting its ass. So.
Okay.
One of them
is the leapy one within reach?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I hit it. That's a 24 to hit. And 13 damage.
13 deeps, okay.
12 damage.
I think that'll do. Yeah. As it lunges forward, trying to, kill your ass, you're much quicker than it. You move your sword, take its head off, and falls dead. Its companion, as you're doing this, begins attempting to clamber up while you're sort of preoccupied with the one. It begins clambering up during the sort of in the space next to you. Dad Frank, you're sort of standing there with a now limp Liam Cord sort of on the floor in front of you. You have him by the ankles. It's sort of a miserable bundle of humanity. Illyria continues to sob and groan. I'd say he's not necessarily tuckered out so much as maybe rendered unconscious, Dad Frank.
Hey,
but
he can still be used as a weapon.
Between you and gradually getting closer to Illyria, the blind wolf with the burnt-out eyes growls and snarls as it seeks out anything it can sink its fangs into. You're up, Dad Frank.
Alright, so what's left in it? Is it just the one or two, or how many wolves we got left?
Alright, you can see through your cloud of daggers that one wolf has leapt up next to Mike Robb and is sort of, while he's busy with the one wolf, the second wolf is trying to make its way up onto the platform. There's another wolf that you burnt the face off of between you and Illyria trying to find something to kill.
Okay, so there's one trying to get up, and then there's one that literally has no face left.
Yeah, there's one that's pretty much dead, but it's not quite.
Okay, what about the one I swung at? Is that one dead?
That one is dead. Its neck went snap.
Okay, good. Get it off the table. Alright. The one clamoring up. Let's see, I'm gonna put it... Mya?
Works.
Alright, Mya. Okay. I'm gonna firebolt it.
Okay.
Hey, roll. Johnny, roll. Roll them bones, Johnny. I got a 1.
1. Okay. You arc your firebolt in such a way as to put it through the cloud of daggers.
Alright, sweet. Now the cloud of daggers is on fire.
Yeah, you sort of hit one of the daggers in the cloud, and it sort of causes it to fly out of the cloud of daggers and sort of like, come back at you in an odd way, like the dagger hits the fireball and reflects it back at you.
That's not how they work, but okay, I get it.
I'm aware, man. I'm just going as I go, man. So yeah, let's roll attack roll on yourself. And, yeah, then roll some deeps, man. You should at least be resistant to this, right?
I got another 1. What?
Okay, well, the good thing is... Okay, so the fire sort of like... You duck, and it sort of just, like, singes your eyebrows, if you had any. It would have. And just sort of strikes... It strikes some cots behind you and lights them on fire.
Okay.
There you go. That's what happened. You threw your fireball... reflected off a dagger, you ducked, and it hit the pile of cots behind you and lit it on fire. Good thing Liam Cord wasn't still there, or else he'd be dead.
Right. I'm gonna throw the Liam burrito over by Illyria, so that way at least the two unconscious people are together.
Okay, you heft it, and as you lands, you hear a sickening snap.
What? Of
a breaking. I didn't say it was his fucking neck. I didn't say it was his fucking neck. But something breaks. Something breaks visibly, very loudly, rather, not visibly, but something breaks loudly. It's a gross sound.
Okay.
I double take and give Val a disgusted look, and slightly confused.
All right. The blind wolf hears this and pounces on the canvas, trying to sort of, with what's left of it, tear through it. It's a thick canvas, so it's not having any luck just in a second, but it's tearing at the canvas, trying to eat its way through to get the tasty meat inside. Mike Rob, the wolf that was clamoring up is now next to you, getting its bearings.
I take its head off.
All right, punch it with your sword, dude.
That is 14 to hit and 9 damage.
9 damage. All right, you hit it. It's hurt. It's still going though. It's a nasty slash across its mangled flesh, but not enough to debilitate it in any way.
It doesn't have a face, and he just stabbed it in the face. How is this thing not dead?
I know, he cut at it, and he got it across the chest, and it's a deep, bad cut, but it's still got its legs and its throat and shit.
The one without a face is on the other side of the room chewing on Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Okay. Stagger's back. Dad Frank, I'd say your initiative is up.
Okay. Right. Roll initiative, or just...
No, I'm saying it's time for you to do some shit. There are 2 of you! I'm not rolling initiative!
Alright. Alright, the one that's, like, mostly dead, Aravel is dealing with, right?
Okay,
she's
there are 2 of them. There are 2 of them.
The one that
I yell to Val, get that one off. I yell to Val, get that one off Liam.
Alright, crossbolt.
A what?
I'm gonna use one of my, whatchamacallits?
Your crossbow?
Crossbow.
Okay, I had forgotten you even had one. Alright.
Yeah, it comes in handy occasionally.
Do your thing. Make your rolls, slut.
I got a 20. Yay, I don't shoot Liam. And it's,
okay.
If I remember correctly, what is that? A D6 or something?
I don't remember.
Daggers are D4.
The fuck am I doing? I have a thing that has the thing you're supposed to put in front of your face.
1D8. That's what it is.
Yeah, and it has buttons on it.
There's a D12, 10, 8. There we go. God, never had to use this one. A 7.
Okay. So you kill it. It's dead.
Yeah.
Alright. As it falls, it lets out a sickening death rattle, a loud one.